Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. And if you are considering building a new project, a new cryptocurrency on the blockchain space, you're more than likely going to launch on a decentralized platform, Solana, Su, maybe even Base. And I would recommend, if you are doing that, to not consider going straight to a centralized exchange, or if you launch and the centralized exchange solicit you, it's probably not a good idea. This is coming from experience. Now, before I offer my services, I'm going to go into more detail on what I am talking about. I'm not talking about the top tier exchanges like your Binance, your Coinbase, so on and so forth. And by the way, listing with them can cost a project quite a bit of money. So you really need to grow significantly before you reach that point. Now, obviously, Bonk and a number of other cryptocurrencies, whether they launched on Solana or a different network, have eventually grown to reach those markets or to reach those centralized exchanges, but they didn't launch on it. For example, if we look for Bonk or Shiba Inu or Pepe or whichever one you want to look up, you can see here that the large portion of their market is going to be on their decentralized platforms like Orca, right? Radium has fallen down, Meteora has fallen down, and the centralized exchanges have taken over a majority of the volume, the trading volume on these exchanges. And that's fine, right? They grew into it. It really blew up. Bonk did very well. And a lot of people who were in Bonk early did very well. What I'm talking about are these lesser exchanges that may solicit you after you start announcing your project, whether it's on X or Telegram or whatever. You're going to get bombarded with messages. So be prepared for that. But decentralized platforms like Radium are for Solana, Orca for Solana, PancakeSwap for Binance Smart Chain, Uniswap for ERC20 standards, so on and so forth. And some of these decentralized exchanges do support multiple chains or multiple assets. But when we start looking further down on the top exchanges, right, you start to bump into what I would consider D-tier exchanges or lesser tier exchanges. We're not talking about what I call tier 1 exchanges, which is your Coinbase, your Binance, and so on. You start to bump into some exchanges that might not even be on CoinMarketCap. And then they reach out to you and you're like, okay, this could be a good idea. This could be a bad idea. Something I want to note here, and I'm not calling out this company specifically, but you see how there's an icon right next to ASBIT and it says reserve data not available. That's because they haven't provided proof of their reserves. And remember, there was a situation in the past where we, the community, demanded proof of reserves from these cryptocurrency exchanges, right? Because the FTX collapsed. And we wanted to make sure that, hey, if your reserves don't match your liabilities and something bad happens, like your signature token, because much of these centralized exchanges have a token that they release for their exchanges. It helps you save on fees, trader fees, whatever it might be. If that token depegs or gets wrecked, then the exchange is in trouble, which is what happened to FTX and FTX, their currency, right? But the other exchanges do have proof of reserves, and so you don't see that icon next to them. It's only the ones that don't have it that are showing that little icon. Matter of fact, if we go to Coinbase Exchange, I believe you can find the reserve data on the exchange, right? Update exchange info, submit reserve data. You can see all the numbers, right, that they're providing on a regular, it should be on a regular basis. And USDT used to do this, Tether used to do this, but not anymore. So they're being audited, they're confirming their proof of reserves, but a lot of the other ones don't provide that information or show anything, right? So financial reserves, no data, while Binance and Coinbase have that information, token allocation, what's going on, all that good stuff. But this decentralized ecosystem is really fun. And it's fun to learn how to create your own project. But like you'll see here, like no disrespect to any of these people that you're seeing on my screen. Homelander, Williams, not even all of these individuals represent. Like Foghashing is a friend of mine. Derek's a friend of mine. Bonkbot's just a bot. But some of these individuals, right, are reaching out. I'm from Biconomy. I'm from this. I'm from that. Have you ever thought about marketing? Have you ever thought about this? Do you want to market with us? Hit me up. We can 5x your token. Hit me up. We can promote your project. And it gets a little bit overwhelming. And I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I want you to have a game plan. You should have a game plan before you even launch your token. Your roadmap, your tokenomics, ideas of where you want to go, how you want to grow, tangible benefits or use cases, unless it's a meme coin and you're just doing it for the lols. then yeah, there's some areas where a roadmap's not going to do you any good because you're just creating it for the laws and you're just doing a meme coin just for fun. But when you start, because you need to participate, right? When you launch these tokens, you need to participate on Telegram. You need to have a Telegram, you need to have an X. You should have a Discord, especially if you're in the mining scene. If you're not in the mining scene, Telegram and X are going to be your top two social media profiles, YouTube channel, Instagram, yada, 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 if you want to keep up and be transparent with your community. But if you don't do that and you're just creating a meme coin, Telegram, X is all you need. But the moment you start promoting, or the moment you start mentioning, hey, new token, Solana, new token, SU, new token, Base, you're going to be reached out by these entities trying to offer you an opportunity to where, hey, we can help you 5x, we can help you 10x, let's take your token to the moon. And when you start looking and digging deeper into these entities, some of the exchanges, the lesser exchanges, are actually owned by a single organization or single individual or single operation. Like they're tied together. And so they'll ask you, yeah, hey, you give us $1,000 worth of your asset and give us an extra $2,000 of USDT on Tron or USDC or whatever their fiat currency or stablecoin currency, that it is, to pay for your listing. So you have to pay. They're soliciting you to pay them for listing your token, as well as asking you for some of the tokens. And so you need to factor that into your overall token supply. If you only have 1 billion and there's already 700 million floating amongst the community and you only have 300 million left, and you were trying to get on multiple centralized exchanges, you might not have enough tokens in order to do that. So now you might need to do a buyback from your own people. It's a lot of nuances that you need to be aware of, and that if you did need help, I would be happy to help you if we come to a mutually agreeable term, right? Like, I've been giving away a lot of my information for free on YouTube. You're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. I have a guide on how to create your own Solana token instead of using the easy creator token apps that charge you more. You could wind up making your own token, doing the metadata, launching, and all that good stuff for cheaper than the easy token creators provide you. They're getting a fee off of you. And I did all that math in that video. If you want to check that out, I'll either have it linked above or down below. But I've been providing this free information and not getting anything tangible to help out me, my household, or my family. So if there's a way where we can mutually or beneficially help one another, then I would be willing to help. But I've consulted and helped on a number of different projects, different ecosystems, whether it's proof of work, proof of stake, doesn't matter. And I'm telling you, if you're going to launch a token and you do not have a game plan set, a roadmap set, your tokenomics finalized, and already know in your head, I'm just going to go DEXs only. That's it. I'm going to go DEXs only, or I'm going to go decentralized exchange for the first year or two, depending on the growth. Then we might look into centralized exchange, so a certain supply of the tokens are going to sit back. If you don't have all this laid out before you launch, and you go in and you start mentioning your new token, you will be solicited and you will fall for it. And a lot of these D-tier centralized exchange have some silly practices that falsify data, falsify records, make it look like there's serious trading volume on your token, but there's really not, because they're using bots or automatic market making bots. And that's where the false information comes in. And you're like, how are they doing this? There's a lot of tricks of the trade that we're not going to even get into in this video. I just want you to know that I would strongly encourage you, unless you have a solid game plan with solid individuals surrounding you, going straight to a centralized exchange or shortly after launching on a decentralized platform is not a smart idea, and you will be solicited by some of these individuals or entities that make it seem too good to be true. And some people fall for that. And then next thing you know, now you spend a lot of money on a listing on a particular platform that you can't get back. And you also provided tokens that they either gave away or you had to give away in some AMA or whatever that you can't get back either. So having a solid game plan is what I would recommend. And I wish I would have done better on some of the products that I participated in. That's why I'm speaking from experience and what I learned along the way. So as long as you have that, and if you don't have that, consider reaching out to myself or my buddy Trips, or a number of my other colleagues, like even Brandon Coin I've been consulting for with Jellyfish Coin, only on a small capacity, but just, you know, little recommendations here and there when they ask for it. I'm not going to go out of my way to interrupt what they're trying to do because it is their project, just like it will be for you. I'm not going to go out of my way to influence or try to take the project in a different direction than what you want to do, because it's your project. You do what you want to do. Right? That's the beautiful the beauty of blockchain. You can create this project. It could be local, it could be international. You could trade locally, you know, person to person. You can trade for whatever, you know, tangible benefits or use cases you can come up with. It's fun to learn. But when you start taking that knowledge, or you start being manipulated by individuals in the space that are just trying to use you to make their company or organization more money, you start to see the shadiness of this entity. And it's all around, no matter where you go, whether it's corporate or decentralized or centralized or this organization or this organization. It's all profit seeking and people out there for their own selfish ambition, not to help you, but to make money off of you. So be smart, slow down, come up with a cohesive game plan before you launch. And if you need any help, feel free to reach out. We could schedule a time, a consultation, whatever we need to do to help you get on the right track. But let's make it mutually beneficial to where you can get valuable asset or information out of me, but I can get valuable, well, fiat to pay the damn bills. Because I've been giving away too much for free. And while I want to help everyone, I noticed that I'm being taken advantage of to a certain degree by certain individuals. Not everybody. A lot of you are great. But a majority are just going to use me to get to where they want to be. Where I will sacrifice my own well-being to benefit you. And I'm tired of doing that. So no disrespect, but I would like to make sure that we come up to a mutually beneficial arrangement that benefits you, your project, your ideas, what you're trying to do, but also puts money back into my pocket so I can take care of me, my household, my family. We're all people. We all got our own thing going on. Just heed my warnings about centralized exchanges. Unless you got the funds and you're growing, you know, $100 million market cap and you can afford the centralized exchange like Coinbase, Binance, Gate.io, whatever it might be, then fine. But the lesser exchanges will manipulate the numbers and data and take advantage of your project. Now you have a dead project and less money. Not fun for anyone. All right? So do me a favor on the way out. Sorry for the talking head video. My apologies. But I just want to get this out there. But do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like button, get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date. So let's check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. Like to my video on how to create a Solana token. It is long form. It's a long video. But there is a guide documented for you. Couple things were updated, and obviously you can use it, create your own Solana token. And if I can create other guides for Sue or Base, I would definitely do that when I have the availability. But stick around, hang out, get subscribed, become a member of the channel, whatever you like, and hopefully we can help one another out in the future. You all have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.